Hi there, Ify Dallas here, and here we are in Parsha Acharei Mot. And after 2 weeks of not having Parshas, here we are again. And in this week's Parsha, there's something so super meaningful and emotional, which is the work, the avoda of the Kohen Gadol. Now, the Kohen Gadol is our representative. He's the Jewish people, the entire Jewish people is representative on Yom Kippur. He goes through this very meaningful process all day long, and that is supposed to bring the forgiveness of the entire Jewish people. So let's look at that process and what we can learn from it today. Now, the Kohen Gadol used to actually prepare himself for 7 entire days before Yom Kippur. He would completely isolate himself. And during those 7 days, he would focus all of his energies and be very mindful and get ready for the Yom Kippur experience. When Yom Kippur came, he would be escorted to the temple by the Jewish nation. And when he would get there, he would have different costume changes between the white, humble clothing and his beautiful golden Kohen Gadol clothing. And then on this day, he would go into the holiest place on earth, the Holy of Holies, the Kadosh HaKadoshim. He was only allowed in there on Yom Kippur. And the most amazing part of this experience of going into the holiest place on earth was that we didn't know if he was going to come out. As the representative of the entire Jewish nation, if he wasn't the best version of himself, if the entire Jewish nation didn't deserve forgiveness, he was not going to make it out. And imagine the entire Jewish nation standing, waiting in the temple to see, is he going to make it out? And we're holding our breath. And he comes out and we're all forgiven, and it's absolutely amazing. And everybody is celebrating, and the entire Jewish nation comes together, celebrating, escorting the Kohen Gadol home at the end of the day, thanking him so much for the work and the dedication that he has. Can you imagine? After Yom Kippur, nobody's thinking about food, nobody's running home to drink. They're all just thankful, escorting the Kohen Gadol home. Just thinking about it, it makes me feel so emotional. It makes me yearn and wish that we had the temple again. I can't wait to experience it. We'll experience it one day together. But what can we learn from this experience? When we look at the Kohen Gadol, we think, wow, what a special person. How does he get to be so special? And it teaches us that the only way to really achieve anything amazing is being dedicated, is committing ourselves, is understanding ourselves, what we're good at and what we're bad at, and working towards those goals. Oftentimes, the main thing that stands in our way is ourselves. And once we get out of our way and we're able to focus those energies and go forward, we can do it. The problem is that sometimes we only want the goal. We don't want that hard work. We don't want that dedication. We don't want all those hours of energy and practice or whatever it is that we need to do to get there. My kids started doing karate recently, and I actually really, really love it. I think it's great exercise, and it's great exercise for your mind as well. Now, the interesting thing is, my son said the other day, I really like karate, but I only like the days where I get a new belt. And it's so funny because that really struck a chord with me. I mean, every time I watch a kid getting their new level, that new belt that they've moved up to a different level in karate, I think, wow, I want a new belt. That looks awesome. But at the end of the day, I told my son, that the only way to actually move up in life, to go to the next level, to achieve that belt, you got to have all those days in between. You got to put all the work in every day. You got to make sure that you actually have learned something, you know something, and now you can get that belt. We see with the Kohen Gadol that he didn't just wake up as a special person. He is dedicated every single day. He works, he commits himself, and that's how he achieves this goal of becoming the representative of the entire Jewish people. And that is why the entire Jewish nation comes together to escort him home. We appreciate who he is. We appreciate his dedication. And him and us, we're no different. We have those capabilities. We can be dedicated. We can bring ourselves to the highest level. We can also have our own beautiful parade in our own life of our own accomplishments. What's standing in the way of your parade? Shabbat Shalom.